Yo everyone, welcome in Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're gonna drive from Warsaw to Pleasanton. Yep, that's the place. It's a short drive today, so I'm gonna... Oh, that's not shift. I'm thinking of iRacing here, it's hilarious. So anyways, you're gonna watch me back up. Let's see how this goes. Oh shit, way off. I am way off. That is iRacing, that's not the wrong guy. Yeah, there we go. Hey, do I have to... Oh, hold down the brake pedal to... Gotcha. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've done this in the army, I'm good at it, no problem. Don't worry about it. Let's see. There we go. Beep. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, pretty good. That's pretty close, actually. Press the following button to detach the trailer. Okay. Fifth wheel locking, raising legs and attaching top. Yes, let's go. Peel out. Peel out with the truckload. I forget what we're hauling today. I think it's gutters. That's right. It's housing, you know, like the strip of gutters on the house, on roofs. I know that most of us don't own houses, so you might be confused. Where it's like, what the hell is that? What's a roof? What's a house, precious? I know, right? Alright, onward we go. 2 hours and 39 minutes. That is not going to be the length of this video. Do not look at that. Full tank gas. I'm wide awake-ish. Ready to go. Turned off so I can't get arrested by speeding. There's people walking. That's pretty cool. And I noticed in my first video, I really need to watch like how fast I turn my head, because it can be distracting. So I gotta like smoothly turn. I don't know. It's one of like those like practices. I'm so used to battling and fighting games. I'm always whipping my head around. Apologize if it's makes the game look jittery as we're driving, but I'll do my best. So, real life stuff. What to talk about, man? I was supposed to go to this hiking spot this weekend, and it's called White Waters. I don't know if I'm like doxing myself. No one's gonna bother me, so don't worry. It's in California in the freaking desert. So, anyways, you have to make reservations to go. And it's just like 30 reservations at a time. And it's like, I got in my car, I was ready to go, put it into maps, and then it's just like closed. I'm like, what does that mean by closed? And so I checked it up, website all, and they said that you need to make a reservation if you want to come. So, anyways, reservations made. They know I'm coming. They know my name. They know my Jeep. They're gonna be like open arms when I make it there. But it's supposed to be like a really cool place to, you know, beautiful scenery with like the river and the bridge and 2 types of walking or hiking trails. I can choose to like just take my truck there and start a campfire and like pull out a tent and hang out overnight if I want to. That's like an option too. And I'm like, holy crap, man. That sounds actually pretty good, because I'll be like in twilight, away from like the city, and I can totally see the stars at night. So it's an option for the future, but this Sunday I'm just gonna hike. Another toll, come on, man. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, Marin. I know it's your car. Obviously you'd be riding around in an all-red car. Doesn't that ever get boring, Marin? Being in the same red color like 24/7. I'm always curious. Okay. No. Yep. Yes. I didn't even see how much money that was. Whatever, man. I got 200,000 truck bucks. Good. Okay. Even if filling up my tank 700 truck bucks. Anyways, hiking. Hiking and then going by myself once again. I was getting my hair cut yesterday. And my hairstylist dude, he's just like, so you're gonna go to Whitewaters? Like, you're gonna hike by yourself? I'm like, yeah, I do it all the time. It's common to me. Why do I'm just like, that is, you know what, your reaction to me happens a real lot. Where no matter where I go, people are just like, oh, you're by yourself? And then they'll like double ask me. You know, like 2 minutes later, like, okay, so just you? I'm like, I haven't moved and I haven't changed my mind in the past 2 minutes. It's still just me. You know, like, I'm nice about it. But I'm making it sound like I sound like a prick. But I'm not. I'm always like, yep, just me. You know? And so it's like, my hairstylist, he's just like, well, they have like clubs here, man. You can just join like a hiking club and stuff. I mean, like, there's plenty of people that go around. I mean, like, this is like a place known for it. And I thought about that, and I'm just like, yeah, cool, but it's kind of like the boys' town of the desert. I don't know. Whenever I get mixed up around too many of the boys' town guys, they're fantastic, someone always just assumes that I am also gay, but I'm not. You know, I'm 200% straight, you know, and so many guys are just like, no way, no, that can't be. And I'm sorry that I'm breaking your dreams and desires, but yeah, I am straight. I like the ladies only, you know. But so that's maybe a reason why I might not do the hiking trail group. What is this? Another toll? It's like Europe is jam-packed full of them. Poland, right? That's where I'm at, right? Warsaw? Yeah, Poland. Too many tolls, everybody. Oh, 6 euros. High five, man. Ghost person in the toll booth. Nobody was there. I'm high-fiving myself. Oops. Anyways, talking about like doing stuff on your own and being confident about it. This is one time. Hey, Marin, get out of the way. Get out of your economy hatchback. That would not be a car I would see Marin driving around in. I believe she was definitely in front of me in a sports car once, and I was laughing because I'm just like, holy shit, that's Marin. Wow. And her person who's driving her around was definitely, the sports car was definitely too much for her, and she was having a really difficult time. But anyways, back to my story. So, a long time ago, in a land far, far away, I was a film student, and I volunteered to be a driver for a film festival where I would pick up directors and producers and creators from the airport and drive them to the film festival. And so I went and picked up late at night a guy from Germany who created a video about graffiti. And so I had to, like, you know, show up at the airport, hold a sign showing like, I'm at this film festival, it's you I'm looking for, you know, like that dude, the weird guy that you always see getting off planes and with that kind of like handwritten note, and you're just like, that's sketchy. But no, I had an actual placard. And so I was waiting there for a long time, and it's like the the planes that he was on came and left. And I just thought, oh, he's just a no-show. And then all of a sudden, right before I was about to basically leave, this, like German-looking dude walked up to me, has like a to-go plate of ramen. It was really funny because it was just like a giant plate within one of those kind of like styrofoam throwaway containers, and it's the most awkwardest to-go container for ramen, and he's still just like eating it with just like like disposable chopsticks, and his mouth is full, and he's so funny. He's just like, yeah, so man, there's a car next to me. Hey, what's your freaking problem? You saw me. I'm way bigger than you. You've ruined my paint job or something. Damn it. Anyways, German dude, mouthful, eating, talking to me, and he's just, I'm so sorry. I was so hungry. I just left and grabbed some food. I'm here now. Is this a problem? In America, isn't it like common to basically like eat food on the go? And I'm just like, it's totally fine. I'm happy to meet you. Let's go. And so I start like driving him, and we're doing like small talk, and then we drive by kind of like a gas station, kind of like to go, what is it called, like Family Mart, small mart, 7-Eleven style place. And he just like sits up, and he's just like, please stop. I need to stop. I need to buy American beer. And I'm just like, you're not going to be happy, brother. And he's just like, no, it's supposed to be good, right? It's, what is it called? Like Budweiser. And I'm just like, Budweiser? Yep, that's one of them. And I'm just like, that's not the choice I would do, but if you're really into it, sure, you can try the American Budweiser. And so he runs inside, gets himself like two basically tall cans of Budweiser, comes back, drinks both of them. The guy's not even drunk. He's just completely normal. And he's just like, he finishes it, and he's just like, you know what? You're right. That beer sucked. He's just like, which one would have you recommended to me? And I'm just like, Heineken or Sam Adams? Heineken, isn't that German beer? And I was like, I think it is. he's just laughing. But all of a sudden, this guy's face has this allergic reaction. He blows up in these giant swelling masses on like his forehead and his cheeks and his chin. And I'm just driving. I'm trying to like look at him as we're driving, and I'm like, hey man, your face is blowing up. And he's just like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. This happens to me when I drink beer and I'm nervous and I'm stressed out. I have a allergic reaction, and I'm like, let's go stop and get you some Benadryl or something. And then he's just like, no, this has happened to me plenty of times. I know myself. I'm okay. It's gonna go away. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. And I'm just like, sure you are. So I, and actually it does. The swelling goes down, everything fades. I drive him to like his friggin' like hotel room. He goes in, comes back out. And then I found out that we aren't going to go to his movie theater to watch his movie. We're going to go to a after party. And this is like middle of the night, like 1 a.m. And I'm just like, man, I've been with this guy for like 4 hours. This is crazy. And so I take him to the after party. And at this point, I'm just a film student, and I'm like, I'm done, dude. I need to leave. And I meant to like drop him off and let him go. But it's like the entire event thought that we were like together, and I was going to be his tour dude and take him around. And I'm just like, look, man, I'm done. I'm ready to go. Here you go. Here's filmmaker. I am leaving. And the filmmaker guy, at first, he was a little bit upset because he was just like, oh, well, I'm by myself and you're leaving me alone in this place, and we became friends. But then all of a sudden there was this immediate click to him where he stopped with me, turned to the woman, and goes, you know what? I would really like to have a drink. Would you like to go with me and tell me all about this party and stuff? And it was the most interesting thing that I saw, because at that moment in time, I knew that this guy has been on his own doing things alone for enough to make him confident, where no matter where he goes, no matter who he sees or meets, he doesn't keep connections. He just goes from one thing to the next and just enjoys his time with no matter who he's with. And I totally understand that after being alone and doing everything by myself, because that whole like dependency to like cling to other people, to this group, so that you can get around in these different and strange situations, because sometimes it's scary or not, but you just gotta do your thing and just stay in the moment and go from one person to the next. And that's what I have also been doing too. And it just becomes this like natural moment, you know? I mean, like the confidence thing is slowly, you know, like getting better, but another freaking toll. Holy freaking crap. Slam on my brakes. €79. Dude, the last one was 6. You guys, this is so sporadic. I don't think I like your ways of paying. Whatever, this is public transportation. I would say paying for your public transportation. It's not. It's freaking paying for the highway. Anyways. So, talking about like just like randomly meeting people and talking about like your confidence levels. Actually, there's this older guy, and he's probably like 80s or 90s, and he sits outside my apartment sometime, next to where like our cars are parked on top of this like electrical box. And so I walked by him and I stopped and I asked him, like, hey, I'm just like, is this, because other people sit on this electrical box just hanging out, or I assume them to be like waiting. And I asked him, like, hey, so is this the waiting spot to where the Uber or rideshare picks you up? And the guy stops, he looks at me, and he goes like, I wait for no man. Or no, wait, I'm sorry. I wait for no one, he tells me. And I just burst out laughing. And then we just started to have this conversation, because it just turned into like him talking about how his sister thinks he's crazy and that he's misunderstood. And we talked about like how to get around paying for taxes for like investment funds through the bank and stuff. We had like the craziest conversations. And he has like, you know, like brothers who are like police officers. He was a police officer at some point. Nope, sorry, going forward. Nope, this button. Yep, there we go. That didn't charge me, did it? Oh. And that's another cool thing about being solo and doing my own thing, man. You meet the most interesting people ever. And the best thing for me is just like, people just want to talk. And I kind of want to talk about themselves. You know, and if you just sit there and listen, you know, you learn so much. I learned about like, hey, if you like withdraw a ton of money from your investments and you throw it into your savings account, how to get around taxes supposedly is that you can actually, this is like an untold story, but it's like you can like pull out a certain specific amount out of your savings account each month. And then the bank doesn't have to record the deposited money into your savings. So it's just like, if I were to take out, you know, like $7,000 out of my savings account from the time since I put a giant lump sum of money into my savings account, and every single month I pull out $7,000, I won't get taxed for that money at the end of the year. And I'm just like, what the fuck? That's seriously a thing? Supposedly it is. I'm not. I'm going to pay my taxes on my investment money that I've shifted around after losing 19,000 of it, which I don't mind paying my taxes. So, but there's just interesting little tiny like tidbit things that you learn, And now you kind of know it. But then I asked so if you're pulling $7,000 a month out of your bank account, where are you putting that money? Because if you put it back into investment, it's still going to turn around at some point. You're still going to have to pay taxes on it. And he just kind of like looks at me, and I'm just like, what do you put it in your pocket? You like hide it underneath your pillow at night? and then he goes like, it's better that I have my money than at a bank. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? You shouldn't be telling me these things. Don't tell me that you freaking stuff $200,000 worth of your money like underneath your mattress at night. I know where you live. No, I'm just kidding. No, he didn't take out that much money. Oh wait, here's our turn, I think. Did I? Hey there. Did I pass our turn in? Dude, I probably did when I was yapping, because this is a weird path. I'm used to having like maps, tell me like what I'm doing. Like Google tell me what to do. Oh man, I'm about to scrape the guardrail. Oh yeah. It's good, don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's good. Talk about meeting interesting people as I'm on my travels. I was on jury duty. I was dismissed from jury duty. And so I traveled to this unknown town around me, not even in my own city. I went out to like 3 cities away to basically like do jury duty for another city. You guys, watch out. Jeez, man. Am I like, where am I? And so I show up just in time as the jury duty is being released from the room. I was actually trying to like enter in the court building, trying to walk upstairs, and there's just a large group of people coming down, and I couldn't like get past because there's so many people. And finally everybody cleared out. I was able to walk upstairs, made it to my jury room, and it's completely empty. And I call it like the purgatory room. It's the spot where you like sit and wait to see if you're being called for jury duty or not. And so, this room was gorgeous. This room had like airliner seats, style seats, just like filling rows and rows of it. Like sunlight coming in, brand new room decor and everything. And there's this one desk with this young woman at it. And I look around and the room's empty, and I'm just like, am I late, or am I really the first one into the jury purgatory room? And she just looks at me and she bursts out laughing. She's just like, you could call this from that. You could call this from that. And then she waves me over. And I'm telling you, she was like the prettiest young woman in like business attire that I've seen. It's like she fit in with, if you've ever played like a Persona game, Persona 5, where it's like the NPC characters who are like the vendors and stuff, fit right in with those characters. And it was so interesting because it's like she's sitting cross-legged on this computer chair, not looking at me, with just like her suit, like top open with like a beautiful, like sexy blouse underneath, hair up in like a sloppy ponytail. Man, I passed this exit, didn't I? Anyways, has these glasses on, but looking over the rim of her glasses at her computer as she's like typing away. And she goes like, yeah, so I let your jury duty go. You don't need to serve a jury today. And then I go like, oh, well, so what happened? And then she's continuing typing, and she goes like, oh, well, the defendant settled for the monies. And just the way that she said that, I just sat there laughing, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to know that information, but man, Californians are so funny. And so I said like, oh, well, that's a bummer. We won't be able to hang out again for another year. And then it goes like, I know, right? Isn't that too bad? Well, you have a good day. And I'm just like, woo, rejection. Rejection hardcore. So I left. And I went on my just like merry way. So another one of my interesting adventures on my own, meeting so interesting people. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't pass the exit this time, guys. It's good. Don't worry about it. It's another like 100-year-long video. I know you love to sit there and listen to me yap. Wow, I'm flying. Holy crap. Let's see if I can make this corner. Look at that perfect apex hit, man. Hell yeah. Should race freaking big rig trucks instead of F4. Okay, we're coming to the end. I'll save my next meeting strange people for next time. Hope you guys enjoyed my yapping, and drive with me as I talk about my life. Sorry, I'm whipping my head around. Sorry about that. Actually, nobody has watched my first Euro truck driver video, and that's totally understandable. Right? It's kind of like, so you want me to like watch you drive around a truck, like shipping stuff? That's freaking weird. Why would I want that? In VR? I can't even see your face. And I'm just like, well, we'll pull up my thumbnail picture and stick it on your dashboard, or stick it next to you as you watch my video. You can stare into my eyes. Don't stare that long, man. I don't like you like that, alright? We could be friends, alright? Friends first. Anyways, here we go. Making it in. I'm going to pause the video here. Boop. I'm going to stop here. Yes, I'm going to back the thing in now, but I'm going to stop the video because it's going to be too long once again. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful morning, day, or night, no matter where you are. See you next time.